I was watching Mark Carter on Draw Mix Paint uh, show us how to build a shadow box. So whenever I do anything, I like to add my own little touch to it. A shadow box is a device that helps you control the lighting for your still life and get some absolutely stunning effects. I thought, what if I added a smart bulb to this so you can also control the color and the brightness. Here is an example of a warmer tone and a few less lumens or brightness. Okay, on to the job. Let's get started. I chose to use a sonotube instead of making a square box just because it takes a lot less effort to just cut a tube in half as opposed to constructing four walls. I did I did paint it the way that Mark advised. I used the bottom 10 inches, uh, painted it black like he recommended. The LED bulb that I have in there produces so little heat, I didn't bother with drilling holes for heat vents. However, I'll monitor the heat and see how much heat comes out. I may put holes in it later. I hardwired it with a main disconnect switch on the top and a ceramic fixture inside. The top element, I decided to use two tops, one that would support another top so that I can slide the top element over and create just a sliver or have maximum light. Okay, I set it up by putting the the bottom fixture on first, then the top fixture can float on top of that. You see, I reinforced that so that we don't have a lot of warpage and it'll slide easier. Now I can slide this top panel over, really control the light, bring it down to fairly thin or full exposure, and by using the bottom panel I can really direct that light where I really want it. And then put the sonotube on top, and I can move that around as well. Now to set up and see how it works. Putting the light on top, positioning the upper panels, and wow, How fun is that? Have a lot of fun. The smart bulb system I went with was called Globe because I didn't have to have a hub like Alexa or the Google one. You can do it directly on your phone with your Wi-Fi setup. I downloaded the app for it, and it downloads pretty quickly, and it has a lot of controls. I can go to the white, which will give me up to 5,000 Kelvin and down to about 1,000 Kelvin, so I can control the lumens or the brightness and the natural color temperature. If I want to go way out, I can go to color and dial in any color I want. And then they have presets which are called moods. This only offers a range of things that you may experiment with. I think that if I were to paint a painting that would have any type of appeal or taste, I'd really watch the color temperatures. But it would be fun to see what colors get canceled out and what tend to fluoresce, and see how close I could come to matching that just for fun. I made this chart just to represent the concept. It has no relationship to any accuracy. But what 5,000 Kelvin does is the colors in the spectrum peak at 5,000. So you have the blue, the green, the red, and the yellow all tend to peak at that 5,000 range. What does color do when you mix two lights together? What does light do? It cancels each other out. So you have the red, the green, the yellow, and the blue all reaching that point, that single point at a certain temperature, which is 5,000 Kelvin. Then that cancels out and they call that perfect light. This is the kind of light that color studios use to judge and evaluate the color in the printing process. Now I get to play with my phone. This is 5,000 Kelvin, which has a nice cool light, and I think I've brought the lumens down. Here I'm going to be playing with the colors here pretty soon. Let's see. There we go. There's a red. Oh, maybe I'm just, yeah, I'm playing with the different colors now. You see the blues and the pinks. I can't show it in the video. There's the blue. They don't have as much light or lumens. There's a full there. That's a blue light coming in. There's a warm light, really warm light. So you can have a lot of fun. Look how I would like to see what a slice of orange would look like backlit with one of these bulbs. There we see the range of color temperatures. How fun is that? Could that be really fun to paint? And along the psychedelic range. You could use a diffusion material too in between the light. Drafting vellum would be a good diffuser. There we go. Now the one thing I think that would really improve this is get a carriage like a camera gimbal system on top, where you use jeweled V wheels and extruded aluminum, and be able to make it slide multi-range back and forth, and so that it moves easily